Okay, another feature that's in my bathroom, which I'm sure all of you want to see, is my toilet. Actually, that is just an RV Porta Potty. The same ones you can buy in any Walmart or just about any place around the world. It has a freshwater reservoir. It has about a 3-gallon storage tank underneath. I have to empty this when it's just me here. I have to empty it about once a week. If Patty comes up and stays with me for longer, then we have to empty it about twice a week. This is emptied into my solar composting toilet. Guess what? You don't get to see the solar composting toilet. You want to learn how to build one of those, you're going to have to buy my ebook. But I can tell you that it is dumped into a composting toilet that completely composts this down to a small amount of waste, which can either be allowed to dissolve into the soil or used on flower beds and fruit trees. But for now, all you need to know is that an RV toilet like this will take care of a family's needs quite well. It's easy to empty. You can just take it out when it's half full, so it's not so hard to carry it out. Either dump it into a septic tank, you could drive it downtown, dump it into an RV dump station or something like that. Taking care of human waste is not a big deal. The human waste is fairly clean. It doesn't have a lot of diseases unless you have diseases. So composting toilets work very, very well. The commercial composting toilets I don't like because bacteria only works above 50 degrees, and generally in the wintertime they don't work very well and you have problems. My solar composting toilet works about 3 times more effectively. The tank isn't stored inside, so you don't have smells or anything like that, and it's much more safer and natural than a commercial composting toilet. So that's how I take care of the toilet. And of course in our bathroom, we're not completely finished with everything. We got some painting to do, but we have mirrors, we have lights. And now I'm going to explain that these are DC lights, also salvaged out of the RV trailer. You can see how bright they are. They work directly off DC power, have a very small bulb, and so they require very little power. A lot less than an AC power and even less than most of the fluorescent lights. So I like these. They have a simple switch on the bottom here for on and off. And those are around my house, and that takes care of my lighting needs. Back out into the living room. Here you can see again a different view of the kitchen table, dining table from the kitchen to the living area. Living area is quite large. It's about 8 foot by 8 foot would be an approximation. Nice couch, of course, shelves on the wall, decorations like everybody has in that house. The couch has 2 of those recliners that pull out on each side, so when Patty and I are here and we want to watch TV, we pull those out. You can see the flooring. I use hardwood flooring, which I installed myself, and just room rugs, area rugs on the top of that to give it a nice look. In the living room, you can see that I have a 27-inch flat screen TV. People think, well, you live that way, you can't have TV and all the nice stuff. That is a 27-inch flat screen, high definition TV that runs just perfectly fine off of my 12-volt system. For anybody who questions that it works fine, I'll turn it on for you. Takes just a second to kick in. And there you go, your favorite soap opera in the middle of the daytime. And that's just running off of the battery bank. This will run, this size TV here, I can run for 4 or 5 hours a day without draining the 2 batteries. During the daytime, I can watch it all the time. At night, if you're running off the batteries, about 2 or 3 hours is all you're going to get, and then you're going to drain your batteries down. You can get smaller TVs. The LCD TVs work on a lot less power than a standard TV, so that's what's recommended for the inside of a solar cabin like mine. I have a smaller 13-inch flat screen TV, which I'll show you upstairs, which can also work as a computer monitor. I use that at night, and I can actually watch TV all night long without draining my batteries with the smaller TV. Larger flat screens, of course, use more power. Below that is what you see is my propane furnace. This is a small unit, about 25,000 BTU. This is all that's needed to heat up this cabin and keep it nice and comfortable and warm. It operates from the propane tanks that I showed you on the outside. The propane feeds in through the stove. It's got a pilot light that you can either light by hand, or it has a piezo ignition that you just push and it lights right up. Provides lots of heat. It does not have a fan on it. It works simply as the heat is produced. It rises and comes out of those vents. That comes directly out into the living room. That's what warms up the place.